Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Kushal Vijay and this is South Programmer. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. तो यार एक और बेहतरीन से वीडियो में आप सभी का स्वागत है। अगर आप चैनल पे नए हैं तो मैं बता दूं मैं हूं कुशल विजय। आई एम अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर एट माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एंड आई क्रिएट कंटेंट ओवर हियर। और आज के वीडियो हमारे साथ है स्वाति मौर्य जिन्होंने रिसेंटली गूगल क्रैक करी है। अब उनकी क्या क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज थी, कैसे उन्हें प्रिपेयर किया, कौन से रिसोर्सेज यूज करे और कौन से मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल्स हैं जिन्होंने हेल्प करी उन्हें इतनी अमेजिंग कंपनी क्रैक करने के लिए, वो सब वो शेयर कर रही होंगी इस वीडियो के अंदर। तो वीडियो को एंड तक देखना ना भूलें। लाइक टारगेट हम 500 लाइक्स का रख रहे हैं इस वीडियो के लिए, तो सपोर्ट बनाए रखें और लाइक जरूर कर दें। Lastly, thank you Relevel for sponsoring this video. We'll talk about that later in the video. For now, let's get started.
So I graduated in 2019. I interned at Amazon and then I started as full-time at Microsoft. I worked there for 2.5 years and now I have joined Google last month.
Okay, that's sweet. Google के लिए आपको जो opportunity मिली वो मिली कैसे आपको?
So there are multiple ways a candidate can apply, but recruiter contacted me on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And then they asked me to apply on the portal as well.
ओके सो जब स्वाति आपको रिक्रूटर ने रीच आउट किया, आप क्या रेडी थी गूगल जैसी कंपनी के लिए? लाइक वर यू प्रिपेयर्ड और आप प्रैक्टिस कर रही थी डीएसए की या फिर नहीं? मतलब कैसा सीन था?
Yeah, so interesting story. मैं बिल्कुल भी prepared नहीं थी. So I initially said no, that I'm not prepared right now. Then I was talking to my sister that okay, a Google recruiter reached out and I'm not ready right now. So she said that अभी नहीं भी जाना है तो you can still interview. At least you will gain practice. Like you don't have anything to lose, but you have so much to gain.
Yeah,
मतलब interview देने में कुछ नहीं जा रहा है. But if you give interview and you ended up being selected, then it's good. Otherwise it's fine. Like already job है तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि it's not a situation of live or die, right? So then I interviewed. I contacted the recruiter and then I said okay, let's interview. I asked for some time though. I think I asked for 2 or 3 weeks.
ओके तो जब आपने 2-3 हफ्ते का टाइम मांगा तो आपकी क्या प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रैटेजी थी? क्या आपके दिमाग में चल रहा था कि मेरे को सिस्टम डिजाइन पढ़ना चाहिए सिंस आप एक्सपीरियंस कैंडिडेट हैं, या फिर डीएसए पे फोकस किया आपने? क्या स्ट्रैटेजी थी और कैसे प्रिपेयर किया आपने?
So it depends on company. Google में if you are applying for L3 or L4 level, so L3 is level at which college hires go, and then L4 is one level plus of that. So system design is optional. From L5, that is senior SD, तभी सिर्फ system design से interview करने होते हैं, else it's fine. So system design wasn't in the picture.
स्वाति मैम को तो रिक्रूटर ने रीच आउट कर लिया था, बट आपको रिक्रूटर रीच आउट करेगा नहीं करेगा इसकी गारंटी नहीं है। बट रीलेवल के थ्रू आपको आपकी नेक्स्ट जॉब मिल जाएगी, इसकी पूरी गारंटी है। रीलेवल एक ऐसा हायरिंग प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ पे इंडिया के बड़े बड़े यूनिकॉर्न टेक स्टार्टअप्स हायर करते हैं। रीलेवल पे आए दिन अमेजिंग जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी स्टूडेंट्स को मिलती रहती है और अभी तक रीलेवल ने 60 करोड़ वर्थ तक की जॉब दिलाई है स्टूडेंट्स को। साथ ही साथ अभी बहुत अमेजिंग कंपनीज हायर कर रही है जैसे कि दुकान एंड दैनिक भास्कर। रीलेवल के प्लेटफॉर्म पे मल्टीपल ट्रैक्स में टेस्ट होते रहते हैं जैसे बैक एंड डेवलपमेंट, फ्रंट एंड डेवलपमेंट एंड पब्लिक डिमांड के ऊपर उन्होंने फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट का ट्रैक भी ऐड कर दिया है जिससे आपको 50 लाख तक की जॉब मिल सकती है। ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज कहाँ मिलेगी यार? रीलेवल टेस्ट बिल्कुल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट है। आपको सिंपल उनकी वेबसाइट पे जाना है, साइन अप करना है अपने मोबाइल नंबर से, लॉगिन करने के बाद अपनी सहूलियत के अकॉर्डिंग टेस्ट स्लॉट कंफर्म करना है। टेस्ट स्लॉट कंफर्म करने के बाद टेस्ट के विद इन सारे चैलेंजेस कंप्लीट करने हैं, फिर आपका रीलेवल स्कोर जनरेट होता है। रीलेवल स्कोर अगर आपका 700 या उससे ज्यादा जनरेट होता है तो आप इंटरव्यू अपॉर्चुनिटीज, जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज एंड अमेजिंग रीलेवल स्वैक्स के लिए एलिजिबल हो जाते हैं। रीलेवल टेस्ट के लिए आप उनके प्लेटफॉर्म पर ही प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। रिसेंटली 2 स्टूडेंट्स को हिप्टो कंपनी में 28.5 लाख तक का पैकेज मिला है। साथ ही साथ उन्हीं के प्लेटफॉर्म से 40 लाख तक की जॉब भी मिली है एक स्टूडेंट को। तो यार ऐसी जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपको कहीं नहीं मिलेगी। और सबसे अच्छी बात तो है यार इनके प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपका कॉलेज टियर मैटर नहीं करता, आपकी कॉलेज ब्रांच मैटर नहीं करती है, मैटर करता है आपके स्किल्स। अगर आप में टैलेंट स्किल्स हैं तो रीलेवल का टेस्ट दीजिए और रीलेवल आपको गारंटी देता है नॉन टेक रोल्स में 4 लाख तक का पैकेज दिलाने की और टेक रोल्स में 6 लाख तक का पैकेज दिलाने की। तो मिस आउट मत करो, चेकआउट करो रीलेवल को और अपनी नेक्स्ट जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी यहीं से क्रैक कर लो।
So only data structure करना था. I have done data structure in college, so I did not go into the concepts again. Only I practiced. So first step is to go through all interview experiences of at least past 3-4 months. So I went through Geeks for Geeks and LeetCode, read all the experiences and identify that like every company has its set of sweet topics that they have a huge focus on. So for Google, it's graph. Graph is like you cannot escape a Google's interview without a graph question. So that's what I did. I just did graphs questions and different variations of trees like Fenwick or segment trees, which I haven't studied in college. So I just narrowed down my preparation because it was just 2 or 3 weeks, right? So I don't have time to practice everything.
That's I mean it's a great plan। और जो भी स्टूडेंट जिन्हें भी रीच आउट करते हैं गूगल के रिक्रूटर्स, उनके लिए काफी सॉलिड प्लान है कैसे वो प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं क्विकली विद इन अ फ्यू वीक्स एंड गेट रेडी फॉर द इंटरव्यूज। आप Amazon में आपने इंटर्न करी थी, देन यू ज्वाइन माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, देन आप अभी गूगल में हैं, तो आपके अकॉर्डिंग फर्म स्विच करते टाइम सबसे डिफिकल्ट पार्ट क्या होता है एक एम्प्लॉय के लिए?
So when you switch, there are two parts to it. So one is professional, that is when you are in campus placements or campus internships, everyone is on the same line, right? Everyone has the same experience as you, same professor, same study. But when you are going for an off campus or when it's your first switch, so this is my first switch, right? Then things change. For a similar L4 level, there are candidates from 1 year to 10 years of experience. Same for senior SD, it would be 5 years to 15 or even 20 years experience candidates. So you are like, you don't even know that what is the calibration on which you are judged on.
Right.
Okay, and so this is a tough part because बहुत चीजें होती हैं, बहुत different candidates होते हैं. So you are not aware of the full picture and you always feel that you have less experience. So that's a caveat. ये होता है. And second thing is definitely comfort zone. So when same thing in college when I had offers from both Amazon and Microsoft, so there was a thing that I already interned in the same team, so there is this comfort level and it might play to an advantage, right? ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ आप अपनी पहले से उनके साथ जानते हो तो there is a comfort level. So वो एक चीज होती है जिससे बाहर आना मुश्किल होता है. So it's always tough to get outside your comfort zone. Same thing with Microsoft, like team में 2.5 साल से थी and you like then understand everything in and out. You don't have to spend any more time asking questions and you can code, you can start working at any time and do your work. तो फिर वो चीज tough होती है when you have to leave everything behind, your colleagues, your work that you built so much on, कि बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बहुत मतलब एक प्यार हो जाता है अपने काम से, अपने कोड से. Then you have to leave all that and go to an unknown place जिसके बारे में आपको कुछ भी नहीं पता है.
Right.
And वो एक डर भी रहता है कि पता नहीं कैसा होगा. That am I making a mistake? ये छोड़ के जा रही हूँ, पता नहीं वहां मतलब ये अच्छा डिसीजन है कि नहीं. एक वो पॉइंट रहता है. But you have to take the leap of faith. Yeah.
करेक्टली, आई मीन बिल्कुल आपने बहुत अच्छी बात बताई कि कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकलना है, वो एक इमोशनल अटैचमेंट हो जाता है आपकी टीम से, आपके कोड से, बिकॉज आप जिस भी चीज को ओन करते हो वो उससे अटैचमेंट हो ही जाता है. और लेकिन ऑब्वियसली जब आपको पता है जो भी दूसरी चीज है वहां पर जाकर भी सब कुछ चीजें आफ्टर सम टाइम इट विल बी अ नॉर्मल थिंग फॉर यू. सो वन शुड टेक दैट लीप ऑफ होप एंड मूव फॉरवर्ड. ओके, सो ये थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है सिंस जो Amazon, Microsoft और Google है वो काफी बड़ी टेक जाइंट कंपनीज हैं एंड काफी सबका प्रोसेस अपने आप में यूनिक है. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू व्हिच वाज द डिफिकल्ट वन एंड व्हाई?
Yeah, definitely Google. Not a trick question at all. Google का सबसे tough होता है, no doubt. And reasons are very straightforward. Like if you look at Amazon or Microsoft or even let's say Adobe or all the big techs, you can just go through Geeks for Geeks or Lead Code, do their top 100 questions, and there's a high probability that question फंस जाएगा. Like you have seen it before. There are high chances, but not with Google. Any question that is on public domain is banned as soon as it is leaked. So there is very little chance that you will see in a question that you have already done before. And pattern थोड़ा सा lead code से different होगा. The questions are not straightforward कि 2 elements swap कर दो या shortest path निकाल दो. It's not straightforward. There will be a story or it will be in form of a feature to implement or something. Like straightforward नहीं होगा कि ये data structure है, ये input है, output है, ये करना है. No, you have to figure out the data structures, your input, your output. You are just given a statement that you have to do this. Now it depends on you that how you implement it.
Okay. So
same feature can be implemented by either a matrix or a graph as well, maybe by tree, who knows. So yeah, that's a trick part.
Yeah, right. कॉलेज आपका 2019 में ओवर हो गया था और आई डोंट थिंक उसके बाद जब आप जॉब कर रहे थे आपने डीएसए पे ज्यादा फोकस किया होगा या आप रेगुलर रहे होगे अपनी प्रैक्टिस में. सो स्टिल आपने ये जो प्रॉब्लम्स जैसे कि आपने बताया कि टिपिकल होते हैं गूगल इंटरव्यूज, ट्रिकी होते हैं और जो क्वेश्चंस हैं वो रिपीट बहुत कम होते हैं, रेयर चांस होता है, तो वो आपने कैसे टैकल किया? व्हाट यू थिंक, ऐसा क्या था आपकी प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी में या फिर व्हाट इज इट द फंडामेंटल्स दैट हेल्प्ड यू और व्हाट वाज द रीजन?
I think that's the neat part with and advantage with Google क्योंकि ये lead code से questions नहीं होते हैं. So if you have foundational concepts तो वो help करेंगे. यहाँ पे number game नहीं चलेगा. Like even if you do 1000 questions, then you might still get rejected. But if you have only done 100 questions but your concepts are good, then you will get selected. So यहाँ पे बात concepts की आ जाती है I mean, practice always plays a part, right? Practice makes a man perfect. But concepts are what builds it. अगर concepts नहीं है तो कितने भी practice कर लो, there is no foundation, right? So
Very true.
college में concepts बन गए थे, so I can say that उतनी फिर practice की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. You don't have to go and again see that how to traverse a tree. या कैसे लिंक लिस्ट में एलिमेंट डालना या डिलीट करना. You don't have to do that क्योंकि यहाँ पे concepts बन गए हैं. Then you just have to practice. So I think it's a good approach if you focus in your college on data structures. क्योंकि फिर कभी data structure पढ़ना नहीं है. Then you have to do web development or your other software engineering work. So data structure college में अच्छे से कर लो. So then you don't have to practice it later on. फिर बस questions ही करने हैं. So I think something that students can focus on and should focus on.
Completely valid point, actually. So, Swati, can you share the complete hiring process that you had starting from the online test, if there was any, or the phone screen till the hiring manager or hiring committee round?
Yes, so process is a little different. First, recruiter will contact you, and then according to your availability, your phone screen will be scheduled. So if you're not ready, you can definitely ask for some time. Like, I am not prepared. Give me at least a week or two. I think 2 weeks are fine. 2 weeks are definitely fine. Now, don't ask for 3 or 4 months, but yeah, 2 weeks is fine. Ask for this much time, do some preparation. Then your phone screen will be scheduled. Now, phone screen is like a filtering round. If you clear it, only then you go to your on-sites. Otherwise, if you do not clear it, then you are out. So, but phone screen is also a little bit easier than on-sites. So after phone screen, there will be 3 or 4 technical rounds and 1 behavioral round. So behavioral round is called googliness round, and technical rounds will also depend. If you are applying for L3, L4, all technical rounds are DSA based. Else there could be system design or leadership rounds if you are even going for higher level, much more higher level. So it depends. After on-sites, maybe after a week, your recruiter will reach out to you. Now, based on the feedback, either a recruiter can reject you at that moment, like if the feedback was like too negative. Otherwise, if it's fine or positive, generally positive, then a profile will be made. Your recruiter will ask for more details from you, like your past promotions, your degree transcripts, any internal reference, and I think few more details are asked, like or if any achievement or something. Then a complete profile is made, which is sent to a hiring committee. Now, a hiring committee is a team which you haven't met. So it is also a way of removing any bias. So even if, let's say, some interview favored you, or maybe, in some way there was some bias. So this makes the hiring committee make sure that those biases are removed. Like it is completely anonymous. Hiring committee judges you based on your all rounds performance and your interviewer's feedback. Then a decision is made that which level they have to offer you, or you have to reject you. So whatever decision is made, hiring committee recommends it. Now, after you clear the hiring committee, then your profile is shared across different teams, across different hiring managers that are hiring. Then hiring managers will reach out to recruiter that, okay, I want to add this person or I want to meet this person. Then recruiter will schedule team fit calls. So those fit calls are nothing but you meet those hiring managers. So any candidate can expect from 0 to I think 5 or 6 team fit calls. So sometimes what happens, you clear hiring committee, you are recommended, but you never match with the team, or maybe no one shows interest. So that means you are still not in the game. You will not get an offer. So team match is definitely also a part that you have to pass through. So then you meet several managers. Those fit calls are completely informal. Those are not interviews. You just meet, you discuss your expectations, both manager and you, like, aapko kya karna hai? The team might not interest you, or, if you don't like the dynamics or whatever. Then managers will also reach out to the recruiter that, okay, I like this candidate. And the candidate as well will reach out to recruiter that, okay, I like this manager. That's what a fit call is. When you are matched with a team, then your offer letter is rolled out.
Since you were already part of Microsoft for around 2.5 years, as an experienced candidate, what was expected from you?
In the interviews or?
In the interviews.
Okay. So I don't think expectations differ a lot, at least for 2.5 experience. You are still considered in the lower band, or still for just SD2. I think expectations will differ when you have 5+ years of experience, because then you have to show your designing capabilities and leadership as well.
Okay.
But now I don't think there's a lot of different. Even questions are same. So if I remember during my internship interview at Amazon, I was asked dynamic programming even then. Jabki I don't think in 2017 it wasn't common to ask TP questions even to full-time employees. So I don't think that question level differs a lot. But yes, as an experienced candidate, and if you want a good level to be hired on, then you have to show yourself like clean code readability and style, your speed and your communication. So sometimes what happens is even if you are interviewing for SD2, you can be down level to SD1 as well. So how to avoid that? So that's where your experience comes in. You have to show that you are experienced and you have definitely learned something and you are on a higher level than a college graduate. So your solution should show that. You should communicate in that way. You should lead the interview actually. You should
Okay.
carry the conversations.
Yeah, that's a really great point actually. स्वाति, बहुत ज्यादा मिसकंसेप्शन है या फिर एक स्टीरियोटाइप है स्टूडेंट्स के दिमाग में कि गूगल इज अ कंपनी वेयर यू नीड टू बी अ top class coder at competitive programming or competitive programming platforms. So आपके केस में ऐसा था या नहीं था? आपने पहले अपने कॉलेज डेज में सीपी करी थी या नहीं करी थी, या सिर्फ डीएसए पे ही फोकस किया था? तो आपका क्या सीन था?
कॉलेज में की थी थोड़ी बहुत, but I would say that I was a competitive coder because I would barely take part in contests or maybe not ever worry about the rank or stars or whatever levels you get during your competitive programming. So no, I wasn't much of a bit competitive programmer, but it helps. But I would say that it is necessary. It can help, but it is not required per se. If you are good with your DSA concepts, if you are able to answer your interview questions, that's all it matters. Like no interviewer is going to ask you what is your rank in Code Chef contest or how many stars you have. No one is going to ask that. No one even bothers about that. I think your code readability, your code styles, your OOPS concept which you use during your solutions, and your communication matters a lot more than any much stars that you can gain. I think it helps because during competitive programming you do a lot harder questions. So when you interview, it can feel a bit easier while interviewing, but no, it's not a requirement. And I personally know a lot of people who do not do competitive programming and are at all the big techs.
Okay. So final question to you, Swati. What you think is the most important skill to be a part of a good company like Google or Microsoft or any other tech giant?
I think the biggest skill maybe you cannot demonstrate during your interviews, but it's always important to be a good teammate and be humble. I think it goes a long way. Even if you are the greatest programmer, but you are not easy to work with, I don't think it will take you, further. So it's always good to be kind, helpful, learn from others as much as you can, and also help others. And keep upskilling yourself and make short goals. Not even if you are not at a company that you want to be, and don't get sad with it because career is a marathon. It's not a 100-meter race. It doesn't get over in a year or two. You have 20-30 years easily. You can get in big techs at any point of time. So don't worry. Keep upskilling, keep working on yourself, and keep interviewing. I think interviewing is the best practice that you can get.
Okay.
So
great. Yeah, I mean, those are really great points. And so thanks a lot for your time, Swati, and appreciate that, and all the best for your endeavors ahead. अरे रुको, ये वीडियो तो देख लिया, बाकी और भी देख लो। यहाँ पे 3-4 वीडियो आपको दिख रहे होंगे, काफी अमेजिंग सा कंटेंट चैनल पे और भी पड़ा हुआ है, तो उसको भी मत छोड़ो, उसको भी देख डालो, बिंज वॉच कर डालो। वैसे ही छुट्टियां चल रही है, ठीक है।